In late November 1970, two hikers were walking through a remote part of Norway's Isdalen Valley. The valley is steep, rocky, and covered in forest. Locals sometimes call it Death Valley because over the years it's been the site of several tragic accidents and a few suicides. That day, the hikers were moving through a quiet area near Bergen when they noticed something strange among the rocks. As they got closer, they saw the body of a woman. She was lying on her back. Her clothes were badly burned. Her face was unrecognizable. Around her, they found some objects: a bottle of liquor, a watch, a few rings, and a broken umbrella. The hikers immediately called the police. Investigators arrived quickly and began to examine the scene. It was clear from the start, this was no ordinary case. The woman had no identification. All the labels had been cut out of her clothes. Her fingerprints had been wiped away. Someone had taken great care to make sure she couldn't be identified. As police looked deeper, the mystery only grew. In a nearby train station, they found two suitcases that belonged to the woman. Inside were wigs, sunglasses, and cosmetics. There were notes written in code. There were maps, train schedules, and money from different countries. Most puzzling of all, they found several fake passports. Each had a different name. Each told a different story. The police began retracing her steps. Over the previous few weeks, she had checked into hotels in several Norwegian cities. She gave a different name each time. She often said she was Belgian or sometimes German. Her handwriting varied, and so did the way she spoke. Witnesses remembered her as quiet, elegant, and always alone. She changed hotels frequently and often asked to switch rooms. One hotel clerk remembered her hiding her face behind sunglasses. Another said she smelled strongly of garlic, possibly to hide the scent of alcohol or drugs. Many said she seemed nervous, like she was looking over her shoulder. The coded notes in her suitcase were the next big clue. Investigators thought they might be diary entries written in a kind of shorthand. Others believed they were some kind of spy code, but no expert was able to crack them. To this day, no one knows what they mean. An autopsy revealed more. The woman had taken a large dose of sleeping pills. There were over 50 in her system. But oddly, she was still alive when the fire started. Soot was found in her lungs, which meant she was breathing as the flames consumed her. The cause of death was listed as probable suicide, but many things didn't add up. For one, some of her teeth had been removed. This suggested someone was trying to hide her identity. That's not something a person usually does to themselves. There were no signs of a campfire nearby, and the fire that burned her didn't spread. It was a controlled blaze, strong enough to damage her body, but contained to a small area. That level of precision was suspicious. So who was the Isdal woman? The theories began to circulate almost immediately. One of the most common ideas is that she was a spy. Norway was a key location during the Cold War. NATO had operations there. Foreign agents were known to pass through. And the Isdal woman's behavior, using fake identities, moving from city to city, carrying coded notes, fit the profile of someone involved in espionage. Some believe she may have been working for a Western intelligence agency. Others think she could have been a double agent or even involved in arms trading. One witness came forward years later and claimed to have seen her at a military test site. He said she was watching rocket launches from a distance. Could that have been her mission? Was she killed because she learned too much? There are other theories too. Some believe she was involved in illegal trafficking or perhaps working with criminal networks. Others think she may have been fleeing from an abusive past, using false identities to start over again and again. Some believe she did in fact choose to end her life, alone, in the mountains, far from anyone who might recognize her. But if so, why go to such lengths to erase her identity? Why bring wigs, disguises, and multiple passports? Why the strange codes? In the decades since her death, investigators have never given up. Her body was buried in an unmarked grave, but DNA samples were preserved. In recent years, forensic scientists have tried to use modern technology to uncover the truth. They analyzed the enamel in her teeth and discovered details about the water she drank growing up. This helped narrow down her origin. It suggested she may have spent her early years in or near Germany. They also recreated her face using advanced 3D modeling. For the first time in years, the public could see what she may have looked like in life. Her photo was circulated widely, but still, no one came forward. No family, no friends, no one claimed her. Even with DNA testing, her identity remains a mystery. Her genetic profile doesn't match any known missing person. She remains anonymous, a woman with no past and a future that ended far too soon. Today, more than 50 years later, people are still trying to solve the puzzle. The Isdal woman's story has been featured in documentaries, books, and true crime podcasts. Each time her case is revisited, new theories emerge. But none of them bring us closer to the truth. What we do know is this: she was a woman living a life full of secrets. She crossed borders, changed names, and left behind a trail of questions. In the end, she vanished into a cold valley in Norway, taking her real name and her real story with her. The Isdal woman's case reminds us that not every mystery has a solution. Some people disappear, not just physically, but entirely. No records, no memories, no one to miss them. But that doesn't mean their stories don't matter. If you found this story as intriguing as we did, please subscribe for more mysteries like this. Until next time, stay curious and never stop searching for the truth.